Cyber Shadow was not entirely what I expected. The ninja action game from Mechanical Head that is now being published by Yacht Games initially came off as Ninja Gaiden by way of cyborgs, but that's not quite where the DNA hails from. Developer Arne Hunziker said Shadow of the Ninja, an NES game from Natsume that's available on 3DS Virtual Console if you're so interested. That was the more deliberate ninja callback. From playing through 2 levels, I can definitely see that. It doesn't feel quite as Ninja Gaiden-esque as something like The Messenger. Ninjas and knockback were kind of the only specific elements that reminded me of the Tecmo Classic. The hero here has more weight to him, and moves a lot more stiffly. Movement is snappy and expected, but maybe just a little bit more rigid. The cyborg ninja has some heft to him. While playing the demo, Hunziker noted other inspirations: NES Batman, Contra, and even dalliances with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Transformers, both big parts of Hunziker's youth. The boss of the first level felt like something almost exactly from Contra, a big mechanical beast raining down death as you make precise movements to avoid damage. The second playable level, from a little later on in the game, ramped up the challenge even further, with more pits where you can fall to your death. Checkpointing isn't that rough, and aside from falling deaths, your ninja has enough health to take some damage. Apparently Hunziker toyed with the idea of making it a one-hit death game, which I'm personally thankful that he didn't. Enemies and bosses can come fast and furious with attacks, and especially in the boss of the second level, I enjoyed the discovery of figuring out his tells and attack patterns. While the first boss was more Contra-like spectacle, the second one was a multi-stage affair against the villainous Biohunter. Levels are linear, though secrets are nestled in each of them that sometimes encourage you to replay old levels to find hidden items with your new powers. Different abilities are also added over time. During my demo, I was able to toy with a projectile shuriken, an upward fire attack, and a downward air smash. They all added more choices for how I approached situations, and seemed to serve both combat and exploration purposes. Regardless of all the details, what was most striking and important to me about Cyber Shadow was how it felt. When Yacht Club announced the partnership, they made the comparison that Cyber Shadow was in the same spirit as their game, Shovel Knight. That's not just a bit, that's the damn truth. Much like Shovel Knight, Cyber Shadow feels like a lost NES game that looks, plays, and feels the way you remember old NES games, and not the way some of them actually are. It has modern flair and might not quite be as maddening, but it's got simple and effective controls, and gameplay that also lead to creative and entertaining levels. While ultimately this is all Hunziker's design and ideas, it feels more like the American-based Yacht Club Games just found their Finnish doppelganger and are helping him bring his game to market. By the long lines and positive reception I experienced and saw at PAX East 2019, it seems like a good call for everyone involved. For more of our PAX East 2019 coverage, be sure to check out this channel, Nintendo World Report TV, and go to our website, nintendoworldreport.com. You can also support us so that way we can do cool coverage of events and maybe even more and bigger and better coverage of events by going over to our Patreon at patreon.com/NWR. Thank you so very much for watching, and stay tuned for more Cyber Shadow stuff. This game's real cool. We'll definitely be covering it more before it comes out later this year. Bye.